What is up, Super Fam? I am Sensei Finito, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be doing our After Bros after show for She-Hulk episode 2. And we did a watch party for this last night. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you do check it out. We should have a link in the comments or somewhere, and if it's not there, it'll be there shortly. But we had a good time with it last night, and I think some of you guys have watched it on the replay as well. If you have, let me know how you guys feel. If you guys seen the episode, let me know how you guys feel about episode 2 of She-Hulk, because I thought it was actually, like, of course, when it ended, I think we all had a collective, oh my gosh, it's over, that's it, it's done. But even before then, it was awesome. Like, it was such a good time. I had a great time with it. There was multiple references and links and connections to other stuff that has happened. So we're going to kind of talk about everything. This is a just full steam ahead spoiler review. If you don't know, this is we're going to be talking about spoilers. It should say spoilers in the comments and everywhere. It should say that it's a spoiler. This is a spoiler chat. So we're going to throw that up for a little while so y'all know what you're getting into with this. We're about to get full blown in there. And like I said, drop all your comments and how you're feeling about the show and whatnot as well. Okay. We learned quite a few things in this episode. And all the stuff that we learned was awesome. All right, let me get the link for you guys. There we go. Boom. If you haven't checked it out, there it is. So, Demonic was here first. My bad. I mean, Doc Vince was here first. My guy was in here. He was like, yo, I beat Pina Colada. Remy was in here laughing at him. Andre's in here. Yo, bros. What's up with it, Andre the Explorer? How you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. Doc Vince says, easy. That Wolverine Sabretooth reference, though? LOL, Professor on Sakaran Intergalactic ship. Then you see Abomination and Titania's cliffhanger. Yo, it was a lot of vibes. It was a lot of stuff going on in this episode this week, right? So, to start off, we learned that Jennifer Walters, she got fired from the place that she was working at because of being She-Hulk, which I understand. That's something that Mary Sue also said, but Mary Sue was like, they would definitely cause a mistrial because she's a weapon, but it ended up being, it was causing a mistrial because she saved everyone, so why wouldn't they want her to be right or whatever? They automatically are going to choose her. And then we saw her basically get rejected from every other place that she tried to go to. And then the dude came back and offered her a job. And you see, my thoughts and theories are still that he hired Titania to go and wreck that place so that he could see what She-Hulk could do. That's still my theories. I still think that's there for some reason. I don't know what makes me feel like that, but that's just how I'm feeling. By the way, if you guys haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream because you know it helps out tremendously around here. So, once we see that established, that he wants to hire her, then it comes out that he only wants to hire her because she's She-Hulk. And then he wants her to also go and work and do the what is his name? Bolonsky? Abomination's real name. What is Abomination's real name? Do you guys know? Emil Blonsky. Yeah. So the guy tells her that he wants her to be Emil Blonsky's lawyer. And she's like, yo, but you know what he's done with my cousin and all the stuff. He doesn't care. She goes and sees him. And this is when we learn that just like, well, at least this is what it seemed like to me, but just like She-Hulk, Blonsky doesn't have two different like sides of him. at least it doesn't seem like it all the way, right? It seems like he's just doing his thing with, like, it seems like he's just there being himself. So when we get to figure out towards the end that he's escaped, especially because this is after what we saw happen in Shang-Chi, right? With Wong and all that stuff, because that's what comes out later pertaining to Abomination, is that him and Wong have been going, she doesn't know, etc., right? So what I'm thinking is, does Wong know about the Thunderbolts in some capacity, right? Like, because it definitely seemed like they were in more of a training type of vibe in the Shang-Chi. It seems like they're training. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a real fight. It seems like it's just a training session more than anything else. So does she know? Does he know? Like, the Thunderbolts are being established? Does he have some type of connection to what's going on over there? Because we know that Abomination is going to be one of the Thunderbolts. So that's just something that raises some eyebrows. It's like, when he comes in the next episode, is he going to be like, yeah, well, I broke him out for this because we had to train for this? I think that's something that we could possibly hear. But that's just a little bit of, like, that's just some questions that I have. Like, this might be possible. But then, after we learn about all of that, we also learn that Blonsky has full control over when he can change or not. And the reason why I'm so convinced of this is when that alarm thing goes off, I think that could have been enough to trigger a Hulk out if there wasn't under control, because it's like something that gets you angry and, you know, it's like all sudden and all the stuff. So I think they have some sort of, at least a good amount of control, but they both can transform back and forth, and Banner cannot. So I think that's safe to say that something about Hulk is definitely different. Something's definitely different going on there. But we're also introduced to the family, She-Hulk's family, Jennifer Walters' family, and we're introduced to a cousin, a uncle, and an aunt, two aunts and an uncle, and then the cousin Ched. We're introduced to cousin Ched, and we find out that Ched is not the genius that Bruce called him, right? Like, which was cold. They were definitely mocking my guy. They were doing him dirty. So that was crazy to see. I just feel like there's something interesting going on with not even the family necessarily, but it just felt a little interesting. Just not the whole family dynamic, but like the aunts and the uncle. Like, one of the aunts didn't even talk the whole time, I think. And I think she has the same name as Hulk's mom. So I think I don't know. It's interesting. It gets weird. It's weird. Tristan says, hi, what's up with it, Tristan? How you doing? How did you like the episode? Doc Vince says, there are approximately 17 number... Okay. We're not doing this again. Iman Vellani, what are you talking about, bro? Abomination's better than Red Hulk, and Red Hulk is better than Leader, and then Leader is better than Bruce Banner? I mean, that's okay. Mary Sue says, I think Wong was trying to save a lost soul. The sparring matches are just part of Emil's therapy. Ooh, I could see that. But why would Wong even break him out? How would Wong even know anything about Abomination? That's the thing that I don't understand, is like, what the hell does he, like, how would he know anything about it? The only thing that I could see is Wong being having some type of connection to the Thunderbolts for some reason, for some shape or form. Because my guy Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme, yo. He ain't got time to just be doing therapy sparring matches. I just don't see that. I just don't see that happening. But what I do see happening is that the Avengers actually know about the Thunderbolts being created. Whoa, especially the high-ranking Avengers, because we have to remember, like, we have a new Captain America, and Sam Wilson is not on the same level that the other Captain America Steve Rogers was. He doesn't have that same clearance right off the bat just because he's, like, the new Captain America, right? Like, I feel like that's something that we could, like, kind of pay attention to. They didn't even choose him to... I mean, I think they did want to choose him to be the new Captain America. But you know what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot going on there that's more than just It's not like just because you pick up the mantle, you start off on the same point. That's just not what happens, right? But it does seem that we're going to see Wong have a really big part of the MCU. Like, it's literally the Wong cinematic universe. Tristan says, imagine Wong being a Thunderbolts training teacher, so he's training everybody. That would be interesting. Bro, and that's what I kind of feel like. I don't know why, but I feel like that might be the vibe just because of what we see here. Like, why the hell would he be breaking? It's not that he's training him. Like, it's not just that he's training him, right? Like, okay, he's training him. Cool. That's awesome. That raises a lot of questions. That doesn't make me think Thunderbolts right off the back. You know what makes me think Thunderbolts right off the back? The fact that he's breaking him out of prison to do it. That's what makes me like, what the like, what's happening? Why is this going on, right? So let me know how you guys felt about all of these crazy things that we were seeing, right? Wong being the Thunderbolts, Ross, and the Nick Fury this saga. I think I just think it's very possible that we see Valentina. Is that her name? Valentina or Valencia Valentina, right? I think it's very possible that we see her and Wong have some type of control of what's going on. I don't know why, but just the connection to Shang-Chi, the connection to the Ten Rings, the connection to Abomination. Abomination's locked up. So we see immediately after he fights, he takes him back to the prison. So these are secret things that are happening. So he's not really breaking him out. It's just happening in secret to where no one really knows of what's going on. But you're going to tell me that no one in the whole place knows? Nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Somebody knows. It's a window for a reason. And I think Valentina is part of that. I think Valentina is part of that reason. I think she's like, okay, at this time, this happens for this reason or whatever. So we're going to see the Thunderbolts be introduced as a really, like, as a good superhero team, like, right off the back. But then I think we might actually see them, quote unquote, fall from grace and become more of a darker type of anti-hero team that they really are. And I think they might be that way off the bat. And then Wong be like, whoa, what's happening? It was a nice surprise to see Mark Lynn Baker as the father. He used to be on Perfect Strangers with Bronson Pinchot. And also, he was also on Ally McBeal, I believe, and another lawyer show. So I think even the mom was a judge on a lawyer show before. She-Hulk's mom was a judge on a lawyer show, and then I think her uncle was also on Law and Order, if I'm not mistaken. And it was just like, damn, we see like her whole family was basically on lawyer shows before, which is insane. I feel Wong has a very big role in the MCU until Phase 8. I feel that too. No cap. I feel the same way. Tristan says Valentina, Nick Fury, Wong, and yeah, Valentina's Nick Fury, and then Wong is Maria Hill. I agree. I think it's going to be something like that as well, because Wong has to have some type of stake in what's going on, and I think he knows that they need a team, but I don't think he wants. I think that I just feel like Wong is more a part of things than we know. I don't know why. It just makes me feel like he's in there. He knows what's going on. Why the hell would Wong break him out of jail? But he didn't break him out of jail because he went back to jail. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like that got leaked, so they have to just let that ride out. And that's why I think everything was planned to have She-Hulk become the lawyer for Abomination. Unless like the stars just aligned, but I think they already knew that this was going to come out at some point, and they needed to get him off the hook. And then what we talked about in our watch party last night was that it would be really dope to see She-Hulk and all of them, like She-Hulk, actually become the lawyers of the Thunderbolts and get them all off of their sentences or whatever, and then they start working for the Thunderbolts, or like She-Hulk is creating the Thunderbolts team by getting them off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying? One and the same. I think that's something that's very possible, and I think it would be dope for that to be introduced that way. Like in the next time we see her, she like after she deals with the abomination stuff, then she's getting U.S. agent off for the thing that he did, and then after she gets U.S. agent off for the thing that she did, then she gets Titania off, and then she gets Ghost, and then she does this, and then she gets all these people free of their charges, and then we see them be introduced on a new team, and this is like their rehabilitation, like what Mary Sue was kind of saying. Like, this is their rehabilitation by being on this team and serving the good. That's what we're like. This is our Suicide Squad, basically. But it's not a secret Suicide Squad. It's actually known to the public and put in the foreface. How would you guys feel about that? That's what I'm interested in knowing. Would you guys be with that, or would you be against that? Would you think that's like, nah, Wong doesn't need to be doing that. He needs to be doing more magic shit. Andrea says, I heard that Valentina is going to be head of damage control. Ooh. I really like that. I really like that. I think her being the head of damage control, I think that fits perfectly. I'm not going to lie. I think that fits really well, especially because it's like that literally makes her like a Nick Fury type of person, and then we see like damage control is a little bit darker, and it would make sense that be who the agent was talking about on Miss Marvel when he was talking to the woman agent that messed up everything, and he was like, yo, what are you doing? Do you have any idea what's gonna happen now? And I think he said something about management or the higher ups, or he said something about how she has to clean up what's going on. And I think it would be dope that he's talking about Valentina directly having an issue with that, because we know that Valentina is also going to have that connection. Well, no, we don't know that. I'm sorry. We don't know that, but I feel like Valentina is going to have that connection to Kingpin as well, and it's going to be like, we've heard rumors about Kingpin possibly becoming the mayor in the Daredevil series, okay? That's just the rumor that happens. If we see that happen, I could definitely see them introducing, like, oh, this is the team that we're going to be introducing, and it's all, like, under Kingpin's run of for mayor or whatever the case may be, and all of that. So I think that would be dope. I think that would be dope. Give it to me. Give it to me. Let everything be connected, and then we make the ground level stuff insane. And then in New World Order, that's what the whole basis of New World Order, the movie, would be. Is like, now we have this other superhero team that's the Thunderbolts, and they're actually doing things like a bad way. They're not good. They're not like a good superhero team, and we got to fight against them. And then we see like another civil war kind of happen, but it's a civil war between our new Captain America, Sam Wilson's team, versus the Thunderbolts team. Ooh, I think all that would be really dope. And I'm just speculating, of course, but I think that would be nice. What do you guys think? Most of the families were lawyers in different universes. Yeah, isn't that crazy? So basically, She-Hulk has a comedic side, a serious side, and an intergalactic side, and a mystic side. Yes, like She-Hulk is literally covering every side of the MCU. She-Hulk is everything, literally. Tristan says, why is Wong going to talk to She-Hulk in her office? Maybe talk about the leaked video, and he's going to tell her why he's doing this. I can't wait to see if that's true. And, bro, tell me how dope that would be, Tristan. If when he goes, he's like, I broke him out because I trained him. I'm training a team. Like, oh, my God. Like, I'm training a small team or something like that, because we need somebody since the Avengers are gone. You know firsthand that what your cousin can do and what they stopped and all this type of stuff. And he's trying to stop it again. Maybe he even dropped Spider-Man's name, talking about how crazy things happened in Spider-Man No Way Home. And he's like, yo, if we had a team that could stop this, maybe we could have done something. Oh, give it to me, baby. Give it to me. I think we're coming up with some spicy. What up, Words? How you doing? My man Word789 says, what's up? What up, mother YG? Pound it. What up, boys? That's right. I think representing bad guys and getting their charges dropped earns you a stern visit from Daredevil. Mary Sue, you are only putting him like, and then he comes in like, do you have any idea what's going on here? There's been a team being established in the background this whole time. maybe they've already got Baron Zemo off, and now they just need to get off Abomination. Maybe he's like just the last person that they need on the team, or maybe he's like one of the other people on the team. He doesn't have to be the first. Maybe they already got. I mean, Baron Zemo's on the raft though, so this is what we could be seeing. People that are on the raft have to serve their sentence being on the Suicide Squad type of thing, so they're more secret. That being Baron Zemo, maybe Ghost. We heard about Taskmaster being on the team. So those three, maybe all on the raft, all secret. No one knows about them. But on the other hand, you have people like U.S. Agent that's been in the media's eye. You also have who did we just talk about? My bad. Titania, who's in the eye. You have Yelena Belova, who's not she's not an enemy or anything like that. So we can see all of these characters slowly come together and form that Thunderbolts team. And they have the Thunderbolts that they show to everybody, and then they have their secret Thunderbolts, but everyone is Thunderbolts. I think I like it. I think it's a possibility, and we heard them talk about how we might see a lot of people in this show. We're going to see a lot of people in this show. And they said with all the cameos, it's more humorous, the same way it was with Abomination. It was funny. So we might have, I think it's perfectly in the realm of possibility in the next episode that not Daredevil comes in, maybe in the episode after that, but the next episode, Wong shows up, and Wong's like, hey, this is what's going on. We've been doing this and whatever. And then she actually does figure out what's going on. She gets... he goes free, Abomination goes free, and if he doesn't goes free, he at least gets out of there, right? And then we see Daredevil come in, like Mary Sue was saying, and then Daredevil's like, yo, why are you freeing villains? Do you know that your little agency has been doing this for the, I could see that happening. I could see it happening, guys. I could see it happening, and I want it. I heard a theory that in Secret Wars, Kingpin will be a member of the superior Illuminati along Captain Hydra and the Ghost Rider. That would be pretty crazy. What if the final episode of She-Hulk post-credit scene is Valentina talking to Blonsky about a new team of heroes that she's creating? I think that would be awesome, but just from what we seen, what they just established in the second episode, I could full-blown see that that's already something that's happened. It's already established. There already is a team. Okay, because she says that to U.S. Agent, right? She's like, we're putting together a team. So what if that team is already established and we're just barely seeing just some more people getting added to it? I think that's a very high possibility that this team that she's already talked about has already been created, especially if we look at the timeline, right? Because this is after Shang-Chi. Okay, so Shang-Chi takes place in 2024, 2025, I believe. And then Spider-Man No Way Home, I believe, takes place at the end of 2024 as well, right? So we have all of these things kind of taking place at the same time. And Captain America and the Winter Soldier takes place before all of this kind of stuff happens. So we could say that she's had at the minimum, 6 months, 6 months since she's talked to U.S. Agent to where we are now. It's definitely more than 6 months, but we can say at the minimum, because we don't know the continuity, that she's had about 6 months from that time to where we are now. I think she's recruited a lot more people. We saw that Yelena was already working for her as well. Let's not forget that. Yelena already was working for Valentina when she sees her. She's like, yo, I'm on vacation. Why are you bothering me? So the team is already established. And if it's not the full team, Yelena is at least her right-hand man. At the very least. At the very least. Luis, what's up with my guy? How you doing, Louis Barry? I hope you're having a good one. Welcome to the chat. My guy says, this is better than a normal amount of rage. Enjoyed it and loved Titania. Hope to get Luke the leader, William Hurt as General Ross Red Hulk if he filmed scenes before he passed away. I don't think we're going to see that. I think it's very possible that we might see his daughter be introduced as Red She-Hulk, though. I think that would be really dope. Team Samurai says, hey, Marvel Bros. What's up, Team Samurai? I hope you're having a good one today, too. How is everybody's Thursday going? I hope we're all doing good and vibey. me and Remy are gonna go and check out the invitation tonight. So we're gonna be in here for about 30 more minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. So make sure you guys drop all the love that you can. Drop a like if you haven't already, and then make sure you tell me all of your theories and just how you feel about this episode overall. I can't wait. If Kingpin is mayor, then the Thunderbolts are going to be his secret service. And that's kind of what I think that would be awesome. And I don't even want it to be the secret service. I want him to be like promoting it as like, this is our new team. Like, this is it. Like as being the new mayor, here is our new team. I'd like to present to you the Thunderbolts in honor of General Thunderbolt Ross. Maybe even Valentina comes up and gives that speech as he's becoming the mayor. Maybe she's like part of his campaign party or something like that too. Because we know that S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't going to be taking like a super big role in the future. Damage control is now the thing, because damage control is also actually ran by the government. It's not like a secret thing or anything. It's not a covert thing. You know what I mean? It's a real like government agency that has government ties for real, for real. And then I believe that Sword is S.H.I.E.L.D's gone, and now Sword is the new S.H.I.E.L.D., right? And Sword is a huge thing that's going on. But I think that Sword overall is controlling or doing a lot more than just what S.H.I.E.L.D. was doing. So they don't have the time to just be on the boots on the ground because of all the space shit that's going on, right? Especially when you look at damage control and how they were rocking. Like, they definitely have to be. I think Kingpin would be the perfect person that would definitely enforce that type of violence that they were on, and Valentina, to be completely honest. My man Lewis says, hope to get Kingpin and She-Hulk. I never even thought about that. That would be nifty. I would really like that. Could you imagine if they're in court? Could you imagine? That's why. Whoa. Okay. This is all speculation, but that would be awesome, right? If She-Hulk becomes Kingpin's lawyer and goes up against Matt Murdock, and that's why Daredevil is in the show, and I would love that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think that would be Liddy McJitty. And once again, this is not a fact. I'm just saying that would be awesome. Hope to get Valentina recruiting Blonsky at the end of the show. I think he's already been recruited. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's why they want to get him out of prison, because he's already been recruited, and they don't want to keep sneaking him out because they want him to be part of like the team in the forefront. And I think they might actually use that to their benefit on TV. Like, hey, yeah, we were sneaking him out because he's gonna be on this new superhero team. Some of the members of the Thunderbolts might have cameos in She-Hulk. Exactly. Hope for U.S. Agent. They said Daredevil is not in the first 4 episodes. He comes at least in episode 5. Oh, okay. I'm super down with that. I am super down with him not showing up until episode 5, because that gives us more room to build up to... Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Could you imagine Wong working with Kingpin? That would be dope. Why did my friend Jake keep pinging me on Discord? I don't know. You should come to the Reddit comment. Okay. Tristan says Thunderbolts, Titania, Abomination, U.S. Agent, Ghost, Black Widow, Taskmaster, and Zemo as the leader of the team. Yep, I agree. I believe that's what it's going to be as well. I think we heard something about Titania being on that team, but I don't know how true that is. I don't think Bucky is a part of the team. He might be, but I don't think Winter Soldier is on the team. I don't think that would work. It might work though, but I don't think he's on the team. I think all the people that Tristan said. Yeah, I think all the people that Tristan said are on the team for sure. Because I know we heard half of those names already, but we didn't know about Titania just yet. So they couldn't have told us about Titania. But I do believe that Bucky will be on a different team. Because Bucky's with he's with Captain America now. You know what I mean? He's not a Thunderbolt. He's with Captain America, and wherever Sam goes, that's where Bucky's gonna be. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that they're both Avengers. Hope for Ben Poindexter and the Punisher. I think the Punisher is going to come out in Daredevil's show. Okay, so then after we learn about all of that stuff that's going on with Abomination, and that's how the episode is like ending with him. You know, it's coming out on the news that he was fighting where Shang-Chi was with Wong and stuff like that. Before we get that reveal, though, Jen is talking to Hulk. Jen is talking to Professor Hulk. They're chit-chatting it up. And we get the reveal that Hulk is on the Sakaran messenger carrier ship thing that we got introduced to. And he is going to Sakaar. Why do we think he's going to Sakaar? What do we think this means? Why is he on the ship? What are your guys' theories? What do you think is going on? What's he doing there? What do you guys think? Tell me that, and then we're gonna check out. What the fuck? Oh, that's a different. I was like, what's happening? Let's see. Where is it at? Where is it at? If you guys are in the Discord, then you guys saw the picture that I posted earlier today. Let's share it. When she's on the website, when she's on her laptop looking through jobs and stuff like that, you see 10 offbeat jobs for a fresh start. If you look over here on the screen, it says, man fights with metal claws in bar brawl. Not only that, why is there a giant statue of a man sticking out of the ocean? Yo. What does this mean? What does this mean? We got X-Men and we got Eternals. We got X-Men and we got Eternals. Two references at one time, two Easter eggs at one time that are gigantic. Holy moly. These are the two biggest Easter eggs other than the X-Men music playing. Like that, like when at the end of Miss Marvel, like that, like damn. We've been waiting for some reference to Eternals for forever. For how long? Forever. We were like, we can't just have a dude sticking out the ground. Somebody gonna say something about it. And thank God that it's here. I think it would have been dope to have I think not having James Jonah Jameson and the Daily Bugle just in the MCU like all the time, I think that sucks. You know what I mean? I think that really sucks. Cuz that would be amazing to just have people always, or just different people constantly listening to J. Jonah Jameson or just hearing him in the background. I would love it. Like today, like even on the episode that we had, when they do the whole montage of different anchors saying stuff, it would have been hilarious to see him do that. It would have been hilarious. I would have been all for it. Let's see. Hope for Sam Elliott as General Ross Red Hulk in the Thunderbolts. I just don't think we're gonna see that happening. Did y'all see the Wolverine Easter egg? Yup, we sure did. That thing was crazy. It was super quick too. Hope to get Tom Hardy as Logan. Tom Hardy. Oh, okay. I don't know who we're gonna see be Wolverine. To be honest, I have no idea. Hope to get OG Hulk in the final episode, couple episodes of and She Hulk setting up World War Hulk. That would be so insane. That's what I'm hoping too. I'm hoping that we're gonna get closer to Hulk. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard the announcement. Woo! I don't know if you guys have heard the announcements, but we talked about it on the channel before, and that's that we're supposed to be getting a World War Hulk like 4-part series on Disney Plus, and it's going to be like an hour a piece, and it's supposed to be crazy. It's not supposed to be like too lame or anything like that. It's supposed to be like crazy, and I'm hoping that it is crazy. I'm hoping that it's freaking lit. So if that is in fact a true statement, I do hope that they're setting it up here with this. And I don't know if we're gonna see Hulk again in the show, to be completely honest, but I would love it if we do. I would love it if we do. I think he's meeting his son he made with Valkyrie. Hey yo, not Valkyrie. Hey yo. But I think he's meeting his son as well. Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four are my most anticipated team films. I agree. Out of the ones that we know of, I agree 100%. But Midnight Suns, I'm really, really hyped for Midnight Suns. I'm not even going to lie. I'm really looking forward to Midnight Suns. Doc says, you forgot about Avengers. I don't think we're going to see an Avengers movie again until Avengers. Like, I don't think, like, that's, like, that. And I'm hyped for that, but we already have Avengers, and so I'm talking about like the new ones at least. Like for like those are the ones I'm really anticipated for. Is for the new people that we haven't seen have movies yet. The Avengers had their run and it was great. I'm just more excited for the other teams. See, I felt the same way. I'm excited for the other teams. I want to see what they're going to be bringing to the table. What's going to be going on. I'm hyped for the Fantastic Four, like Lewis said, 100%. That was funny scene. Jen talks to Bruce on the phone, but Bruce can't get a word edgewise. Yeah, and I like that. And I don't know if anyone else noticed, but she did the same thing to her dad earlier when she was talking to him. When he was like, "I want to check on you," she just kept talking, and he was like, "Yeah, but," and that I just like that as her kind of character trait of just like kind of just rolling on and just talking because that's just I think it's funny. It works. But I'm hyped for Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, and the Defenders coming to the MCU. I think the Defenders coming to the MCU will be dope, because I think if like the main thing that I think the Daredevil show is going to do is set up the Defenders, because we've talked about like Daredevil and Spider-Man being kind of like the forerunners of the street level MCU stuff. And I think a good way to do that is by giving them their own team too. And I think having more Defenders shows and stuff like that, I think it's dope. I think it's a smart idea. So I would love to see that. And especially because we need to see a lot more teams be born. We need the Defenders and Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, and the Squadron Supreme and all these other teams. So once we get to Secret Wars, we're not just a whole bunch of aliens versus the Avengers. We want Avengers versus other superpowered dope ass people, because when we want to see fights, my guy. Like, that's why Civil War is so dope, because we're seeing the Avengers versus the Avengers. It's literally them fighting each other, and we get to see dopeness. I need more dopeness. That's what I'm looking forward to, is actually being able to see these dope ass heroes actually fight strong people that aren't just another version of themselves. You know? That's what I need. I'm ready for it. The Punishers and the Daredevil the Punisher and the Defenders shows need to come back. I agree. They definitely need to come back. Hope to get Karen and Foggy too. I agree. Don't recast Iron Fist. Just write him better. I think they need to recast Iron Fist. I mean, nothing about that show or that dude were memorable. Well, except for Homegirl. What's her name? What's her name, you guys? Colleen Chow, Colleen Howe, Colleen something, the one that works with the hand or used to work for the Hand or something like that. We're gonna get that and the Hand be introduced, and I think the Defenders versus the Hand would be a good thing for the MCU television stuff to really handle. Because one thing I don't think everybody has noticed is I don't think these TV shows that we've been getting from Disney Plus are really good, can be considered Disney Plus TV shows. I think they can be like they should be considered Disney Plus limited series or like a Disney Plus. I don't even know what it should be called, but it's like a sub TV genre because there's only 6 episodes and they're a lot more cinematic in feel than television in feel, right? And I feel like Daredevil, especially having 18 episodes, is going to be the one that really is a Disney Plus television show, like a Disney Plus series. Like I think a series and like or a limited series. I don't know what, but we need to have some type of category for it because it's not the series television that we're used to. So it needs to be like movie TV or a like I don't know. I have no idea. But I think a limited series is a good name for it because there's limited episodes. And I know limited series usually means there's only one season. But I think a lot of these shows won't get more than like 3. So I think having it be called limited series or something like that helps kind of confirm that this isn't actually the TV show that you're used to. This is more cinematic television. Like that could even be what it's called, like Disney Plus cinematic television versus Disney Plus like regular or cinematic series. That I think that's a good word for it. Like a cinematic series, Loki, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Moon Knight. All of these shows, they feel like more like cinematic series, not like a regular series that we would get, you know? Like not even like House of Dragon. That feels like a series. That feels like a show. That doesn't feel like a cinematic series. It feels like a series. It feels like we're gonna have multiple seasons of it that are gonna be coming at us. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be able to experience a lot, get really engulfed into the world building and the lore of what this show really has to introduce to us. And with Marvel, we're just kind of getting deeper with a lot of different things. So I think that we should be able to differentiate what that means with like if we're going to get a limited series, then that should be like, okay, this is a cinematic series that we're going to be getting. And then Daredevil, okay, this is our Disney Plus series that we're actually going to be having. So, you know, I think it's just going to be like that type of vibe because I think there's a big difference between like a series and what Marvel has been putting out when it comes to their Disney Plus shows as well. I don't know. It's sad that Sam Wilson will not have that big America's booty. Hey, yo, I'm not checking out none of the America's yams. So that's just something that you're going to have to deal with for yourself. Hope to get Colleen back at least. That's the rumor. I mean, they wanted to have Colleen in 10 Rings and the Legend of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings, but she didn't want to come back because she wanted to stay her character that she was. So she was like, if I can't be if I can't be Colleen, then I don't want to be in it. I don't want you guys to recast me as someone else. Get Lucas Till for the new Iron Fist actor. I never thought that until now. He will be good. Lucas Till. Who is Lucas Till? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not against good old Lucas. But I'll say this. I don't think that they should do Iron Fist. That's just me though. Because we have Shang-Chi now. You know? That's just me though. If the Defenders come to the MCU, I truly believe it will be the MCU's version of the Defenders, not the Netflix version. I think we're going to get a good blend of the two. No cap. I think we're going to get a good blend of the two. Lewis says, hope all the MCU Netflix shows come back. I think we will get some them in some way, shape, or form. I want Tom Holland to play Young Doomsday in Justice League 2. Okay. Lewis says Daredevil is cinematic quality. No, I don't feel like that. But I don't think it's like your generic TV show. Like, it's not cable television for sure. You know what I mean? It's definitely a Netflix series, but it feels like a series to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like a movie. It's not shot like a movie. It doesn't look like a movie. It looks really good though, but to me it still looks like a show, and it still feels like a show. A lot of these Marvel projects have just been feeling like long ass movies that are just split up. Even She-Hulk, it feels just like a movie that's split up into multiple episodes, right? So I think that's what makes it a difference between a cinematic series and then like a television series or a TV series. I don't know what else, or a streaming series. You know what I mean? Like a streaming series and a cinematic series just feels different. Doc Strange, Hulk, Valkyrie, Namor, and Daredevil could be the MCU defenders. Yeah, I think they're also the defenders, or some type of defenders at least in the comic books, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe minus Valkyrie, but I'm not 100% positive about that. But I could see that happening for sure. I could see the defenders becoming. I think they would be better as some other type of team. I don't know if I would say like the Illuminati, but I could see like an Illuminati-esque type of team popping off maybe. But Valkyrie and Namor aren't in New York, and I think that's what the Defenders is all about. But I think they're also in the comics, so I don't really know. I don't know. I'm down for it. Andre says, add them to the Netflix MCU crew, sure. I hope to get Iron Fist, Colleen, Daredevil, Elektra back in Shang-Chi 2. We're getting them back before that, I think. I think we're going to get Daredevil. Well, we already know we're getting Daredevil in his own show. He's getting his own show. It's going to be 18 episodes. So, and I think a lot of those people that you just mentioned will show up there. But I don't think we're going to have the same Elektra being Elektra the same way. I don't think we'll have the same Iron Fist being Iron Fist if that does happen. Because the actors didn't even, like the actor for Iron Fist, he was like, Brad, people hate me, basically. I don't want to do this anymore. If Lucas should play anything, he should be Flash, him or Chalamet. Yeah, I feel that. We need Logan Paul to play Iron Fist. Why not both? He's awesome and will be great. WB has 9 months and the money. Reshoot Flash and Aquaman 2 with Chalamet as Flash and Deborah and Wall as Mara. Nah, they don't have enough time and they don't have enough money. Like, they do not have either of that. They do not have the time. They do not have the money to do either of those things. And Ezra Miller's Flash is reportedly in like every single scene of that movie. So it's impossible to do that many reshoots. They'd have to redo the entire movie. And I think they're just going to start doing reshoots for the end of that movie, from what we heard. Reshoots, because apparently at the end of that movie, we were supposed to see. We talked about it earlier today on our Newsflash, so I would just say go check that out. Go check out our Newsflash earlier because we talked about that in depth. And when it comes to Amber Heard as Mara, I think she only has like one scene in Aquaman 2, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. But when it comes to the show, I think my guy Hulk, when he leaves, I think he's going back to Sakaar to help them do what they need to do, to help them grow, to help them continue and be great, right? That's kind of the vibes that I'm getting from the show. I don't know if we'll go there with him at all. That would be awesome. I would love that, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think it's very rare that I think it's a low possibility of us seeing Hulk in the show again. I don't think he's going to like go and then just come back and be like, hey, I'm back from space. I don't know if that's going to happen. And I don't know if I would like if that happened. Unless he's like, hey, I'm back from space. This is your nephew or something like that. This is my son. That would be insane. I wouldn't even know what to do with that. Could you imagine if they did like the World War Hulk, but like kind of reverse and like send him back with his son, and then like the ship explodes when he comes back, and it like explodes on Earth with him and She-Hulk and his son like all right there, and then that's what creates World War Hulk because it like some shit like that goes on. I don't know. Shang-Chi and Iron Fist, one street level and one is Avenger level. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Chalamet should be Flash. Finn comes back for She-Hulk. Oh damn. Ezra Miller already made you the policy. Bruh, you're wildin'. But yeah, so those are my feelings. That's how I'm feeling about She-Hulk episode 2. It was awesome. It was great. I think the show is on a great upwards hill. We had somebody tell us today in the chat that we're not going to be seeing Daredevil until around episode 5, and I think I heard something about that earlier. And if that is true, I think that'll be great, and I'm going to have a wonderful time with that. I think we need some build up for that. Hopefully we get to see Kingpin being introduced, and as well as some other of the Thunderbolts. That's kind of the vibes that we're feeling. Maybe we get to see some Thunderbolts be introduced in this show. I think that'd be awesome. I want to see just a lot of insane things, a lot of great cameos like we're supposed to be getting from the show that we've heard of. So I hope all of you guys enjoyed She-Hulk episode 1, and I hope you guys also enjoyed our AfterBros after show, where we talked about, the episode and just how we felt and where we see the series going in the future. Let me know in the chat and in the comment section down below what you think will be happening on next week's episode, and I really appreciate all you guys for tuning in with me on another awesome episode of the AfterBros. I thank you guys all for tuning in, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Excelsior.